Tonight's headlines are brought to you in part by Coldwell Energy and McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I'm Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Government officials are no longer expected to battle out their differences in court. Find out what we mean. Also tonight, skipping payments, especially on a court order, won't favor anyone, not even a running candidate. And tourism officials prepare for Japan flight. In sports, more birthday fundraising action in the North Side. Stay with us. These stories and more are next.
Sipping on a delicious drink from McDonald's may have you thinking, what makes these drinks just hit different? Don't overthink it. Just enjoy it. It's more than a drink. It's a McDonald's drink.
Cool off this summer with McDonald's Minute Maid Slushies. Try the new Tropical Mango or returning favorite, Strawberry Watermelon, for a limited time.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Half a day to the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is Wednesday, July 27th, 2022. The sudden transfer of Customs Director Jose Mofnes has drawn attention from several government leaders and community members. The court was asked to step in and issue a decision on the alleged political scheme. But today, all that has been dropped. Former Customs Director Jose Mofnes has voluntarily dismissed his complaint against Finance Secretary David Attilig and the NMI government. Mofnes filed the notice of voluntary dismissal without prejudice this afternoon around 1 p.m. The Honorable Judge Joseph Camacho approved the notice an hour later. KSPN reached out to Secretary Attilig, who wished not to comment at this time as he is off island on official business. The Secretary is meeting with FEMA Region 9 officials in Honolulu, Hawaii. Mofnes filed for a TRO against Attilig over the weekend in attempts to prevent his removal as Customs Director. Serious allegations, including a multi-million-dollar customs purchase and threats from the Governor's Chief of Staff, were included in the filing. It is unclear at this time why the former director has dropped the case. Francine Nekai remains acting director of the division. Mofnes was transferred to a new division under the Department of Commerce. A Saipan senatorial candidate is scheduled to appear before the court regarding missing payments. Andrew S. Solis is being ordered to appear in court to explain an unsettled debt of over $14,000. According to attorney Michael White, who is representing Laura Peterka, Salas must give legal reason why the court should not find him guilty in contempt and punish him for willfully disobeying an order. Back in 2013, a complaint was filed stating Salas was indebted to Peterka for money lent in the sum of $13,000. A judgment was issued by Judge David Wiseman directing Salas to make a monthly payment of $100 until full satisfaction, including a 9% interest every year. White filed an order to show cause and declaration re-contempt this week. Salas's failure to appear may subject an arrest upon a warrant. Restarting tourism from Japan. The board of MVA meets in preparation for September flights from Tokyo.
The new air service is a great first step. United Airlines will launch service between Narita and Saipan 3 days a week, beginning in September. The challenge now is how to best fill those seats. MVA is subsidizing the flights for 6 months as part of the Trip Japan program. MVA officials recently back from meetings in Japan where COVID cases are rising and the country is reeling from the assassination of former Prime Minister Abe. MVA board met this week at its new office space inside the Gold Beach Hotel.
You look at the marketplace and you say, literally, we're off the shelf. There's nobody actively selling the CNMI. There's nobody selling Saipan. So what name recognition do we have in the marketplace, right? So we went out there and with the understanding that we need to invest and try and make a big splash and start ramping up recognition.
September could be a very tough sell. United's currently offering direct service to Guam, but sales there so far have been extremely soft. Arrivals from Japan to Guam were just over 1,100 in June. For reference, a normal month pre-pandemic, 50 to 60,000. The Japanese are not yet traveling en masse due to COVID concerns and government regulations, and in a revenue guarantee agreement with United, MVA will pay more for empty seats. MVA and its marketing partners have a lot of work to do. There will initially be a push to target to active seniors, golfers, and divers, groups that may be more willing to travel than others. The Japan Committee will have a follow-up meeting on Friday morning.
The Department of Lands and Natural Resources announces the construction of a protective barrier at the Garapan fishing base. In conjunction with the Office of the Governor and the Department of Public Works, DONR will be constructing a protective barrier at the Garapan fishing base to reduce erosion and improve water quality in the Saipan Lagoon. The project will begin at the south side of the boat launching ramp and will cover over 300 feet of the shoreline. The Garapan Fishing Base parking lot will be closed to the public on Thursday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. A groundbreaking ceremony will also take place tomorrow at 11 a.m. A flood watch remains in effect for the NMI. Flood flushing caused by excessive rainfall continues to be possible for the islands of Rota, Tinian, and Saipan. Excessive runoff may result in flooding rivers, creeks, streams, and other low-lying and flood-prone locations. Flooding may occur in poor drainage and urban areas. According to the proximity of a tropical disturbance, Joint Typhoon Warning Center Invest 93W located northwest of the Marianas. More substantial rainfall is anticipated through Wednesday. Residents should monitor later forecasts and be prepared to take action should flash flooding warnings be issued. All right, coming up, we continue to learn more about a local girl and her journey in the Air Force. Stay tuned.
My doctor gave me the pills, so they must be safe, right?
If taken exactly as prescribed, short-term use can be safe, but painkillers have real risk. Misusing an opioid painkiller can cause serious harm, including addiction and death, and misuse can happen quite easily. Make sure you never mix them with alcohol, antidepressants, sedatives, or sleep aids. And if you are prescribed an opioid, you need to tell your doctor about any other drugs, including herbal supplements that you are taking. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
This project was supported by a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. Contents are solely the responsibility of CHCC and do not necessarily represent the official views of the CDC or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. The CNMI Department of Public Safety announces an upcoming car seat inspection this week. On Friday, July 29, DPS will be conducting a courtesy car seat inspection from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. at the Monotom Atdal Pavilion on Beach Road. This project is in collaboration with the Child Passenger Safety Technician Training. According to DPS, the inspection includes free seat checks for parents and caregivers to ensure proper installation. Trained and certified car seat technicians will explain guidelines such as choosing the proper safety seat based on height and weight, proper installation and usage, and registration with seat manufacturers to receive notifications of the product, such as product recalls. Tourism officials are bringing back a program that will draw community members to beautify the island. It's called Beautify My Marianas program, which invites group members to join in on efforts ensuring a clean and safe environment. The Marianas Visitors Authority introduces and welcomes a new member to the team, Tiana Regis, who will be overseeing the project.
With the relaunching of this program, we're just very excited because it's been on a hiatus for a little bit, but now that it's available to the communities, what we're promoting through this is just the reduction of littering, creating that safe and clean environment, and just having a space to have a collaborative effort with the community to promote, to clean up these sites and making everything just better for our residents and visitors as well.
The mission is to have groups clean up trash along at least 1 mile designated by MVA. The project is currently ongoing and still open to group members who may have a chance to win $100. Regis explains the process.
Basically, any community group or established organization like school clubs or sports teams, for example, when they apply, we're pretty flexible with the requirement and the eligibility for that, and it's through the reviewing process that we make that distinction on who to give it to.
Officials are hoping to keep the project as long as they can, depending on funding availability. Those interested can download the applications online at mymarianas.com/beautifymymarianas or pick up one at the new MVA office at Beach Gold Hotel. More tonight with an island standout who is devoting her passion for learning at one of these service academies. Our Chris Nelson has more.
Education at a different altitude. That is the saying at the United States Air Force Academy. Air Force launched in 1947, and 7 years later, the Academy was born in Colorado Springs. Jinju Thompson says the leadership skills she is learning is both daunting and exciting.
We go through a lot of leadership experiences, and I can't speak on behalf of everyone, but what I've learned is that above all, you want to be a good person. You want to be a good leader, and in order to be a good leader, you must be respected, and respect goes both ways, like no matter where you are in the chain. There are protocols and rules that you have to follow, I guess, but at the end of the day, you do have to use your own judgment, and that's something that's scary because people's lives are in your hand, and we need to hold each other accountable when we know that we aren't doing what we're supposed to do. And at such a young age, that's something that's challenging when you have to tell some of your peers or even some people who are higher up in your leadership that they're not doing something right. And that's something that we learn really early on that in the academy.
On June 28, 1976, a group of 157 pioneering women joined the cadet wing. 97 of the original female cadets completed the program and graduated on May 28, 1980. Jinju is a pioneer herself. Her mom and dad met on Saipan. Her easygoing dad came out initially to work at the AG's office and then started his own law practice. Her mom, a bit more serious, is of Korean ancestry. The combination has worked well, and while the Air Force Academy has a lot of rules, not all of them are as strict as some of the rules that came from home.
I guess like anywhere I go, there's not a lot of kids who have like the same mix as me. Also, anywhere I go that's off island, it's hard to find Pacific Islanders, but it's great. There's a Pacific club, and so I get to see kids from other islands. It's really nice.
Who's there? Do we have kids from American Samoa and Guam and anyone else from the NMI?
We have a student from Tinian who's currently going through basic training at the prep school.
What about tattoos? Can you have tattoos and be at the Air Force Academy?
Yes, I'm actually kind of left out because I haven't gotten any yet. But yeah, my friends are tatted up. It's pretty cool.
Do they have to be hidden? Are there rules, guidelines on that? You can't have a tattoo on your face, I'm guessing.
No face, no neck, no hands. But you can have it on your body and nothing like too, I guess, inappropriate.
Like no gang symbols?
No gang symbols, yeah.
Okay. Are you going to get a tattoo?
Probably. My mom's scary. You've met my mom. Yeah.
What does that mean? No? Or if you do, it's going to be somewhere where she doesn't ever see it?
Yeah, probably.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere because we have sports up next.
All workers have the right to a safe workplace. Employers must provide a workplace that is free from recognized hazards and comply with applicable OSHA standards, including proper reporting of injuries. Training needs to be done in a language and vocabulary employees can understand, and an OSHA information poster must be displayed prominently in the workplace. Workers, you have the right to raise a safety or health concern with your employer or OSHA without being retaliated against, and request an OSHA consultation of your workplace if you believe there are unsafe or unhealthy conditions. OSHA can help. Free assistance to identify and correct hazards is available to small and medium-sized employers without citation or penalty. So look out, speak up, and stay safe. Job safety and health, it's not only good practice, it's the law. Check out OSHA.gov or call 664-3154 or 3155.
At one of Saipan's beaches, this mother lays about 100 eggs under the cover of darkness. She hides her nest as best she can and then slowly makes her way back to the ocean. The eggs hatch and the babies head for the sea, where they will face a daily dose of danger. Just 1 in 1,000 will make it to adulthood. Those that do will one day lay their own eggs. Sea turtles are protected under CNMI law. If you see one that is stranded or if you see illegal activity, call the hotline at 287-8537.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
Some people prefer a birthday celebration with no cake, no party hats, but plenty of presents. Not for the celebrant, but for those in need. Tonight, we bring you more of the birthday fundraiser event that not only helps others, but keeps you healthy. More than 60 participants joined the Bike for a Cause bicycle race on Saturday morning in Marfi. In the short distance course, J.R. Barrios dominated the road bike category. He crossed the finish line first with a very fast time of 35 minutes and 21 seconds. Second place, J.P. Pangilinan, who clocked in at 38 minutes and 13 seconds. And a little over 2 minutes, Manolito Basa crossed the finish line for third place. In the mountain bike category, Jomar Manalo finished the course in 42 minutes and 15 seconds, winning first place. Second place is Rico Mangungay with a time of 45 minutes and 48 seconds. 16 seconds after Mangungay is Gabriel Manalasan for third place. In the women's division, Marisa Blond tops the female MTB short course. Here are the highlights from this annual fundraising event. This annual event is organized by Willie Barbo for his birthday, raising funds to help people in dire need.
Hey, golfers, come north and practice your game at the Marianas Driving Range. New Year's local specials. 10-piece coupon books available for just $60. That's a $10 savings. Want to get really good? Come work on your swing every day for just $99 per month. It's our practice pass and you're going to love it. Grab your passes and go straight to the range. You can social distance and chip all at the same time, and the views are free. Reserve now at marianastrekking.com. You can pay online, open 7 days a week.
And for the KSPN weather report, occasional showers and possibly thunderstorms. South-southeast wind 11 to 16 miles per hour with gusts as high as 20 miles per hour. Tonight, mostly cloudy with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Southeast wind 9 to 11 miles per hour. High 86, low 77. The humidity 94%. Tomorrow, partly sunny with scattered showers. Southeast wind 9 to 11 miles per hour. High 87, low 77. The marine forecast, small craft advisory in effect until 6 a.m. Thursday in the island of Rota, Tinian, and Saipan. South winds 15 to 20 knots with gusts up to 30 knots. Seas 5 to 8 feet, east swell 3 to 5 feet. Inexperienced mariners, especially those operating smaller vessels, should avoid boating in hazardous conditions. The sunrise will be at 5:58 a.m., high tide at 8:37 p.m., low tide 1:17 p.m., and the sunset, you can catch that at 6:48 p.m. And there you have it, folks. That is your Wednesday edition of the news, sports, and weather here in the Marianas. We thank you so much for watching the Channel 2 News. We hope you have a great night, and we'll see you back here on Friday.